Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Philomena, your tarot card reader. I welcome all of you back and I'm so glad to be on this channel and get you more and more readings. Alright, so thank you all. Let's dig into it. So today's reading is going to be about shifting timelines. We are going to see what is coming your way, alright, and what is shifting in your timeline currently. So as you can see, I have put up 3 piles. So very intuitively, please go and select um, one pile. It can be more than one as you please. So see what piles called out to you the most and I'll see what you're reading. Group number 1, hello and welcome to your reading. So if you chose pile number 1 or if you chose this card, the mother, then this is going to be your reading, okay? Alright, so for group number 1, the message that I'm already picking up over here for this card is actually very interesting because it's talking about some kind of an pregnancy. So a lot of you over here could be becoming mothers, you could be expecting. You are definitely somebody who, I'm getting this vibe that you may have previously prayed a lot, or you may have lost a child due to some kind of complications or due to um, financial restraints or some kind of life circumstances. I'm not sure what it is, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. This is the energy of the reading, okay? So if this is something that has been in your energy, or if you have experienced something like this, I also am all kind of picking up on this energy which is telling me that you are going to be a parent again. So either you can be in the process of adopting someone, you can be in the, you may have moved countries, you may have liked a child, or you do have this inner being or inner knowing in you that you just want to be a parent, right? It is, you don't have to necessarily be a man or a woman, but then you definitely want to be a mother to someone. Okay, this is what I'm kind of picking up over here. Now this is also telling me that some of you in this group, whoever has picked up this file, I kind of feel like you have done a lot of inner work. That's the energy that I'm getting over here. You are also somebody who has, you may have kind of been not very close, but you do have an attachment to a mother figure. Right now this could be your earthly mother, this could be, a divine mother, like it could be Mary Magdalene, it could be Mother Mary, it could be any form of a goddess. So this is an energy that I'm picking up very strongly over here, okay? So you do definitely have some kind of a divine feminine energy in your life that you do worship. In case if that is not yet happened, then you can expect something like this to happen, or that's coming into your life that you are not seeing yet. All right, so the divine feminine energy over here is very, very important for this group. Now, what I'm also kind of feeling over here is that some of you over here can definitely be owning a house. So you would have recently owned a house, or you can in the future own a very beautiful home of your own. It should, doesn't matter what is the size of the house or where it is located, but you definitely are going to own a very, nice, beautiful, cozy home. And the vision that I'm also picking up over here for this group is that I do kind of see you having maybe pets, a lot of kittens, a lot of puppies, you being a parent to them. So this is some kind of an energy shifting that I'm seeing over here, because I kind of feel like with the mother card coming up for this reading, it's only not talking about the mother that is within you, but it's also going to teach you, or it's going to show you in a bigger picture, right, in the cosmos, about what is it that takes care of life, what is it that gives birth to life, what is the process, you're going to learn about the entire process of birthing, not in the human way, but in a more spiritual and a more mystical way. And I'm also seeing a lot of, for some of you over here, I'm definitely seeing some kind of life partner, soulmates, twin flame kind of an energy also that I'm picking up. Now, the goal, or what you will be experiencing for this group is that you would have either found someone and you're just banging on them whether they if this is the person or not. But somewhere I kind of feel that you're going to build a life with this person. Okay, this person is going to maybe come up to you, and this person is going to maybe ask you out. In it could be in a little untraditional way, maybe getting into a live-in relationship first and seeing how things work out, or maybe they may just even ask you for marriage. But then I kind of feel like a live-in relationship would be um, more definite or prominent in this energy right now. But this live-in can definitely lead to marriage. It could lead to a lot of beautiful things, right? So this is something that I'm definitely picking up over here. Let's go ahead, pick up your tarot and see what do we have for you today. All right, so we're gonna pick up your tarot and see what is the energy. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up the cards. So we do have the moon, we do have Eight of Swords, okay, we do have the Seven of Swords, we do have the King. Alright, so I just had to readjust my camera a little bit. Now over here, the energy of this spread is very simple. You are going to leave a very toxic environment. This could be somewhere related to your home, this could be related to your work, or this can also when we say toxic, it doesn't have to always be about people, but this can also be about your environment energetically, right? So I do see that there is some kind of a toxic energy that is leaving your life and that is going like really far away. Okay, it's kind of, or you are doing some kind of house cleansing, you're doing some kind of an energy cleansing that is helping you get out of this energy. Now with the moon coming in picture over here, what I kind of feel like is you may feel that right now that you're being blinded by something, or you do have just one focus point, or already what you want, but at the same time you don't know how to get to it, or maybe whatever you're manifesting, it's not really coming to you, right? This is something that I'm seeing over here. Now with the King of Swords coming in picture, what I also see is that there's going to be a very beautiful balance, about your emotions, your subconscious, and you're also going to get a lot of clarity. So when we do have the moon in any reading, moon does not only talk about your internal well-being, your emotions and how you feel, it also talks about your subconscious mind. It talks about how you are healing yourself, right? What is it that is impacting you? So that is what the moon is all about. So you may want to pay attention to every fortnight. Okay, that's when the moon cycles change and you want to see your water intake. Also about what kind of books you read, in case if you are somebody, during the full moon or the new moon, you may be interested in watching some kind of criminal documentaries or maybe some psychological thrillers. So this could definitely be a possibility. Now this may or may not be the case always, but it can happen once in a while, right? Now whatever you're putting into your system, I also kind of see that this is not only collecting data in your brains, but at the same time it's rewiring your subconscious. It's also teaching you. You will also find that there is some kind of this tingling kind of a sensation in your brains whenever you are doing something, whenever you are reading about something, or when you find yourself to be in a very isolated kind of an situation. Okay, so you may not always be around people, but in case if you are a very outgoing, if you're a people's person and if you like to talk about people, then too you are going to feel, you are going to sense that there is something in your mind that is rewiring. Okay, that's something that's telling you in your subconscious to rewire. All right, so this is what I'm picking up for this group. So let's go ahead and pick up more cards. We have the Page of Wands, kind of feel this card. Okay, so we do have the manifestation card. That is very good. We have the Six of Wands. Let's shuffle. I kind of feel a card somewhere here. So I think it's gonna be this mainly. And we have the Four of Wands. Alright. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Wands, and we do have the Eight of Swords again. Right, so as I was already telling you, the Five of Pentacles, if you look at it, which is the bottom of the deck energy, this actually is, what does this card mean? This card means that you will be facing some kind of financial despair. You're going to see some kind of a financial drawback, and things like that, right? But that is not always the case with the Five of Pentacles, okay? The Five of Pentacles also talks about, if you see the energy of this card, that these two, the mother and the child, or maybe two people, they are leaving something, right? They know that this is, they can't be here for the rest of their lives, right? They may not be taking help from the church, but the number five talks about transformation, the number five talks about change. So whatever it is that they're doing, change is certainly coming their way. Okay, so this is what the Five of Pentacles means in your reading. All right, so for this group, I'm also kind of picking up that the moon energy over here, again, it's very, very, very important. So you will have to work on the healing of your subconscious. You will certainly have to, talk to yourself. Okay, when you go to into a very deep meditative state, just put on some meditation music and talk to your subconscious and tell your subconscious, you tell nature that rewire my mind, or rewire my subconscious, because you're really going to rewire that system to achieve something. Okay, so this is an energy that I'm picking up over here very, very strongly. Now again, you definitely could be looking for something in your life, as we were already talking about. You already know now, not in particular about something, but then you can be certainly, already, right? Like, okay, this is where I need, or this is what I want right now, but this is something that you are also craving to achieve. Okay, so your manifestation power over here is definitely going to be very strong. But if you take a look at it very carefully, the Page of Wands is right below the moon. Okay, so you have to work on your mind, work on your subconscious. And I'm saying it again and again, but this is what I'm picking up for this group. Okay, now this is also talking about, for the majority of group number one, somewhere over here, again, your love life is going to play a major part. You are certainly going to find someone. You are going to be with this person. I also kind of feel I'm picking up on this soulmate or this twin flame kind of an energy again and again. So we are going to pick up the love cards and see what exactly is coming your way. Now, what I'm also kind of feeling over here is that a time could definitely be very slow for you. For the some of you over here, okay? So you may be feeling that, it's a very slow time right now, or you're not really sure where it's going, or what direction to take, what steps to take next. And if you are certain that, okay, this is what I need to do, but for some or the other reason, you may not really be getting over there. Okay, so very important for pile number one, you really need to understand that you got to take a deep breath, and at the same time you have to also work upon yourself. Okay, just work on your subconscious mind and talk to your body, talk to your mind, talk to yourself, so it can heal itself. Okay, your body, mind, and the soul, it can heal itself. You don't need somebody else to heal you. All right, and you're also kind of going to see some kind of a victory in your life. Now this can be overall in terms of your relationship. Now again, when you meet this person somewhere, I'm going to tell you that you're going to be cared for spiritually, you're going to be cared for emotionally. Okay, but then you can't really put the emotional burden on this person. So what the cards are telling you is that You got to stop overthinking. That's the first thing, because we do have the swords energy as well over here. You got to bring a lot of clarity in your emotions, in your mind, in your thoughts, in how you judge people, and how you see your day-to-day life. Okay, that's going to be a very important aspect for you. Celebrations are definitely on the cards for you. You may be attending a party, a wedding, or just maybe a small get together. Now, in case, what I also see is that there is some kind of a success that is coming your way. Now, this could be at your workplace. This could also be about completely changing your profile, your job profile. You're moving into a very different job profile. You're getting promoted. You're making more money than you expected. Or let's say that if you have started something very small, I kind of also feel like some of you over here, the word NGO. So you may start a shelter home. You may be thinking of starting your own business, which could be related to emotional maturity, or some kind of an a relaxation. I'm not really sure if it's going to be completely into a healing business, but if that is the case, then don't forget to leave me a comment. But I kind of see there is a start of some kind of a nurturing um, business that you're going to do. Okay, now this could also be a tie up with someone, or you could also just start it alone, and you are going to be funded for that. So if this has been your main concern, then you don't have to worry. You're going to get help, and you're going to inspire somebody to join this business. Okay, like you may just get an offer out of the blue, and someone might just read your ad, someone might just see your post on social media, on the newspaper, and they may just offer you some money, some kind of an help or idea, and things can take off from there. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing for pile number one. Let's go ahead and pick up another deck and see what do we have for you. All right, so we're going to see the romance and love, and we're going to see what's coming for pile number one. Okay, pile number one, what I'm seeing for you definitely over here is in your nearest future, what's going to shift for you is a surprise, and this surprise is going to come with a baby. Now, in case if you're already expecting, now if you are, um, some of you over here can definitely have a baby boy. So the baby boy energy over here is certainly very strong. Okay, so you can have a baby boy. You can expect a baby boy. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and see. Alright, so we do have sparks. Let's pick up two more cards. We have toxicity. Kind of feel somewhere here. We have window. Bottom of the deck we have settling, we have twin flame, and we have trust. Okay, so yep, so we definitely did have the twin flame energy at the bottom of the deck. Now you can certainly have some kind of trust issues because of your past relationship. Now some of you over here can also have had a very toxic or a very intense relationship with one of your parents. It could be either your mom. So the mother energy over here is very significant. So your mother could be somebody who could have always had emotional outbursts, somebody who really never learned how to draw boundaries, who definitely was a narcissist, or who was, I'm not going to say toxic, because once you say narcissist, toxic eventually gets involved in it, right? But over here, there's going to be a relationship in your life for pile number one, which is going to bring in that energy, which is going to heal a lot of these, I'm not going to say issues, but a lot of these factors that have never really fulfilled you in any way, right? Because your life has to reach a full cycle, so you can expect somewhere about 180 degrees turn, starting with your relationship, and then from there it's just going to get better and better and better. All right, so this is what we're saying. Now, for again, we were talking about the toxic energy over here that we have, and which did definitely come out. So you are going to leave a lot of um, toxic people, any kind of toxic environment which is not meant for you. you are certainly going to let that go from your life. Okay. Expect some kind of, expect a lot of fireworks in your life in this present moment, pile number one. Okay. You're going to see a lot of sparks, but again, you're going to take it slow. You may feel like there is nothing happening, but certainly it is happening. It's already happening, and it's just taking time to manifest in reality. And if I have to give you like an estimated timeline, it should happen anywhere um, by the time we end 2026 or the starting of 2027 for the sum of you. Okay, so just keep your eyes open, just be open to it, and you're going to do very beautifully in life. And I kind of think that this is a very beautiful energy that we have here today. So this was your reading pile number one. I hope you did enjoy and resonate, and I'll see you in my next video. Group number two, hello and welcome to your reading. So, if you were intuitively drawn to the second pile, or if you did choose the cave, then this is going to be your reading. When I look at this card, the cave, it's talking about some kind of a breakthrough, some kind of a very deep connection that you are going to have with yourself. Now, if you look at the card carefully as well, you can see there is some kind of a light over here, right? Like it's like a ray of light or a sun that is actually, it feels more like a doorway, right? That, okay, no matter how dark it is inside the cave, but then you can still beat the darkness and you can still see the light. Now, if you look at the card very carefully, you can also see two eyes, which I didn't notice, but I'm seeing it right now. So, for a lot of you over here, for pile number two, your third eye can be very active at this moment, right? So, your crown chakra can be active, your intuition power can be really great. And somewhere I also kind of feel like over here you can be experiencing the shadow side of yourself or the people around you. Okay, so you can expect to see a lot of I'm not going to say negativity, but the shadow side of a lot of people, like how they think, what are their thoughts, and stuff like that. Okay, so this is one thing that I'm picking up with this card. What I'm also picking up is that a lot of you, for pile number two, whoever has picked up this reading, you guys are technically watching your own selves. Okay, your soul is watching your own actions. You are seeing, you have this ability to look within yourself and to work on your shadow self, right? To accept its true nature. It's nothing to do with what's right or what's wrong. It's just the way it is, right? It creates a balance in one's life. So this is a message that we have over here. Now, because we also do have, if you look at it very carefully, this is also talking about, now you can also be, the ray of light, the ray of hope for a lot of other people, not only for yourself. So if you have a family member, if you are, if you are in some kind of a workplace, whatever it is that you're doing, maybe with your neighbors, with children, if you if you do like working with children, okay. So somewhere I kind of feel like there is this very dangerous ability that you have within you that can scare off a lot of negativity, a lot of negative people in your life. Now, this is also telling me that for some of you over here, it's very important that you guys, I kind of feel like are very fortunate because your entire life is moving towards a process of initiation. Okay, it is moving towards initiating you into some kind of a life path, into some kind of something new, which we are going to go ahead and see in your tarot what comes up. But this is the vibe, this is the energy that I'm seeing for you. Okay, so a lot of you are into some kind of a wolf kind of an energy, but I'm also picking up on dogs. So if you do have animals, so maybe dogs, you can be dog lovers, you can, dogs can be your soul animal, wolves can be your soul animal. So something to do with your five senses as well. You're going to see a lot of changes within your five senses, in the way you speak, in the way you look at things, the way you the way you talk, the way you are sensing your abilities. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a very interesting phase for you, because it's not a negative phase, but this is a phase where you are going to, where life is going to take you deeper. Okay, where it's going to take you much deeper into your own life, into your own learnings, and it is going to show you where and what changes, what corrections need to be made. And that's exactly what is the cave talking about. Let's go ahead and pick up your tarot and see what exactly the messages are. Alright. So for my pile number 2, let's see. The energy over here is a little distorted, but I think we do have your cards. Okay, so we do have Justice. I felt something here. Two, three. Let's just pick up one more. Now, bottom of the deck, we do have the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Devil. Second card that we have is the Three of Wands. We have the King of Swords, and we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so having the King and the Queen of Swords in one reading is very special, very interesting, because this is considered to be a reading of a soulmate. So over here, if you, anyone over here, if you are, looking for a soulmate, if you are wanting to get into a relationship, then this is your answer, that yes, you will be in your waiting period. You will have to wait for this person to show up, but whenever this person shows up, you will know that they are your better half, and you guys are going to definitely walk a very similar path, right? So you're gonna take interest in each other's hobbies and activities, in your work-life balance, and a lot of those things, right? So that is what is indicating to, if that's the question that you were looking for, that's the answer you were looking for. Okay, so coming back to your reading, so I kind of feel like for pile number 2 over here, with the cave as your master card that we have, you are moving into some kind of an spiritual enlightenment. Okay, there is something in your life, in your mindset, in your belief system, that is going to change very drastically. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, it's going to change, and that is the reason why we do have the Justice with the Three of Wands over here, because the justice is talking about balance, right? The Justice is telling you that, okay, hey, listen, I'm coming and I'm going. Now I also kind of feel and I see that there is some kind of an opportunity that is coming your way. Now this opportunity can be anything, right? This could be an ability, this could be some kind of a life process, a life path, this could be some kind of an um, like some kind of a meditation process, because the reading is about shifting timelines, right? It's talking about, we are doing a reading about what is changing in your timeline, or what's coming for you, correct? But then you will have to go through a waiting period, and I kind of feel like somewhere once you hit the justice is going to reevaluate your situation, and it's going to see your, well, maybe for the past 10-15 years, what you have done, and where you deserve to be in life, and all of that stuff. And again, you're going to go through, your life is going to go through a rewiring session, where you are going to have to wait. Okay, now I'm not going to say that this is a good or a bad thing, but the vibe, the energy over here is definitely very good, because I kind of somewhere feel like you're going to give yourself a shot or a try into some kind of a spiritual enrollment, into some kind of a spiritual activity. You can also kind of get into some kind of an a group where you will be discussing about healing, where you'll be discussing about maybe you know something that was not very positive in one's experience. So expect you can expect to meet such people in your coming future, maybe in the next few months, because this is what is going to change a lot of things for you, pile number 2. Okay, this is also going to bring you a lot of clarity. This is also going to bring you a lot of partnerships, it's going to bring you growth, partnerships, and emotionally it's also going to make you very stable. And over here what I'm also picking up is that it's kind of going to take you deeper and deeper. Okay, it's going to give you a lot of deeper insights about life. It's going to give you deeper insights about how to read people, and a lot of those kind of things, right? A lot of dark, what we consider to be dark. I kind of feel like that's what is going to happen for pile number 2. Let's pick up more tarot and see. I'm also hearing the word growth a lot. So for some of you over here, growth can uh, the growth is definitely on the cards over here. Okay, so the 3 of Wands, that's what it's indicating. But let's pick up your tarot and see what else does it say. Okay, so we do have here. I kind of feel this card. Let's pick up 3 more. I'm not going to pick up all these because those were too many cards, so we are not going to really pick them up. Let's see. Let's pick up 3 more cards. I feel somewhere here. So we have one. I feel one more here. I kind of feel this one. And bottom of the deck we have the 3 of Wands again. Okay, so we do have 3 of Wands, we have the 3 of Cups, and we have the 4 of Swords. So let's go ahead and see what do these cards have for us. So we do have the Page of Swords, we have the 8 of Pentacles. Your hard work is going to pay off. We again have the Page of Swords, Page of Wands, and then we have the Queen of Cups. Okay. Alright, so for pile number 2, so if you look at the Page of Swords very carefully, the Page of Swords is basically cutting through some kind of an, it's like a curtain or some kind of a block, some kind of, there's this black cloth, or there is something that is blocking your path, and the sword's energy is kind of cutting through it, right? So cutting through some kind of an mindset, some kind of a belief system. This can also be related to you cutting off through some kind of negativity, some kind of negative people in your life. Okay, over here it also talks about your kind of your hard work is going to pay off, because somewhere I kind of feel like you could have experienced some sort of a disconnect with your higher self. Okay, that's what I'm kind of feeling right now. So I do sense that there is a disconnect of some sort, mentally, emotionally, that you've had with yourself over a couple of weeks, and this could also be months or years for some of you, but just take what resonates. Now you can expect new opportunities to come your way, as I was already telling you. So your life is going to definitely take you a lot deeper than what you expected. Okay, so expect meeting new people, expect new ideas. Maybe in case, I also kind of feel like you guys over here, for some of you, you can be very good writers. So if you've selected pile number 2, so you can write books on the shadow self. You can teach people about journaling. You can teach about a lot of the dark aspects of the mystical realm, because over here I kind of feel like somewhere you guys are gifted between the physical and the mystical, and not everybody, like, we all can talk about it, we all can do a lot of things, right? But there are very very few people who actually know the true nature of being mystical, correct, or being spiritual or being mystical. So I kind of feel like for group number 2, you are that kind of group who can kind of experience that. Okay, you do have that ability in you. Now you can also see that during this timeline, that your intuition power is going to be spot on in reading people. You're also kind of going to have to rely very heavily on your intuitions about how to tackle certain situations at your workplace or at your school, at your college, wherever it is. Okay, so wherever you're watching from, so this is going to be very important for you. um having said that, your hard work is definitely going to pay off very, very well, and that is why we do have the justice. Just below that, we have the page of swords. Emotionally, I kind of somewhere feel like you're also going to feel very content, but you're not going to feel a lot of emotions, because it's going to be a lot into reading about the mind, like how the mind operates, what it does, and how does it work, and things like that. Okay, so this is something that you can see that's coming up in your energy in your life. The shift that this is exactly the shift that we're talking about. Okay, this is the energy is about learning. So you are going to learn about the mystical side very, very heavily, because this is going to come upon you. You are going to do a lot of research. In case if you're not into research, you will be learning a lot about these things. Okay, you'll be learning about the chakra system, maybe about energies and what are color vibrations, what are frequencies, and a lot of those kind of things, right? Music will be very important over here. You can be music lovers, you can get into you know sound healing, you can get into some sort of that thing, right? So this is what I'm picking up for this group. Okay, so let's pick up the third deck for pile number 2. Let's see. Pile number 2. The number 3 is going to be very, very significant for you, pile number 2. Okay, so watch out for the number 333. Anything to do with Jupiter. So the Jupiter alignment in your birth chart is going to be very prominent. You're going to see expansion, you're going to see growth, you're going to see some sort of an income that is coming in. Okay, but make sure that you are not overspending and you are not loaning yourself up, so that you can enjoy the finances coming into picture for you. Okay, all right, so let's just pick up, let's see how many cards come out for this group. Yeah. Bottom of the deck we have second house, resources and values. Then we have inner healing, and we have learning and faith, the ninth house. Okay, so let's see. All right, so the first card that we have is the eighth house. We have transformation and mystery, which again talks about a lot of mystical side of life. Okay, so this is what we were referring to. Then we have Gemini, the communicative. We have opposition, tension, and opposites. We have home and family, fourth house, and we have 10th house, career and success. Okay, I know I did say Jupiter, but then we do have the Jupiter energy being very, very evident over here in this reading for pile number 2. Now again, over here, if you see transformation and mystery, right? Definitely. Absolutely. You connecting with animals, you connecting with nature, you will start seeing that you have the ability to connect with a lot of spirits as well. Okay, when I say spirits, it doesn't literally have to be human spirits, it could be animal spirits, it could be plants or trees, and you can communicate with them and you can get your answers, right? We all have a way to communicate with the mystical side of life, and so do you. Okay, now you will also have a lot of contradictions with the people around you, or with whatever you read. So let's say example, you pick up a book and you're reading it, and then suddenly you realize that, hey, I don't think this is correct. So you are going to find yourself in a lot of contradictions with ideologies, with something that is not relatively true to you, and you're somebody who is going to learn a lot, and you are going to teach a lot of people, right? So the teacher energy over here is really fantastic. Given that you will have a very good balance of the mystical side of you as well involved, I think there's nothing that's going to stop you. And in case if you are planning, if this group, some of you, if you are seeing, if you do see a future that you are in the mystical realm, then don't worry about it, because the path is open for you. Okay, you just have to tap into it, and it's going to open up to a very different world for you, right? So transformation, yes, and mystery, definitely. Okay, so it's not going to be like a maze or a puzzle where you will have to go to find the right path. Any path you take is going to reach the destination. So you will have the ability. Now, over here for you guys, the power of speech is going to be very important. So, the more and more you communicate with yourself, the more and more you communicate with the universe, with the people around you, I kind of somewhere feel that this is going to work very beautifully in your life and in your favor as well. Because this is also somewhere going to impact your home and family, right? So let's say if you have parents or your children, your spouse, or whatever it is, they are going to definitely see this change and this impact. Now for some of you over here, now you, this is not for everyone, but this is for a very few of you, so just take what resonates. You can certainly think of getting a divorce or going through some kind of a separation with your spouse, because you have somewhere kind of maybe realized that, hey, this person is not really adding up to whatever it is, right? And I need to shut this off, or I just need to close this chapter. And because I don't want this person to come with me, or this person doesn't hold that kind of knowledge, that kind of depth, that kind of receptive energy within them. Okay, now it's not a right or a wrong thing, it's just the way it is. We all have the right to make our life choices and decisions the way we would like to. Okay, so this is definitely there. And yeah, so this is what I'm picking up for you very strongly, pile number two. I hope you did resonate and enjoy, and I'll see you in my next video. Group number three, hello and welcome to your reading. So if you chose pile number three, or if you did choose the healer, then this is going to be your reading. So the first thing that I'm picking up with this card, the healer, is that you guys are tremendously intuitive people. Okay, the top of your head, the crown chakra, would be super duper active. So for this group specifically, you will be experiencing a lot of spiritual downloads. You will be experiencing a lot of communication or communicative abilities with the nature around you. So it could be the sky, it could be any of the five elements. Now you will also find yourself that you can uh, this will not be for everyone, so take what resonates. So some of you over here can definitely be you can have very different abilities in you. Okay, you can also be a clairvoyance, you can be a clairaudience, a clairvoyance. You can also, yeah, so this is something that I'm seeing for you over here. Now this card that we have over here, the healer. Okay, this is what you are born for. Pile number three. Okay, this is what I can tell you. This is the vibe and the energy. So whoever has selected this pile, this is what you are born for, and this is exactly what you will have to learn in this lifetime. This is what you're going to learn. Now your shifting timelines, your breakthroughs, okay, whatever that you want to call it, I kind of somewhere feel like the minute you get into the healing business, the minute you understand, you realize your capabilities, you realize the power of words, right? When you go out, when you talk to people, and when you see that, hey, this is something that I need to learn, and I need to dig that deep dive into, this is what is going to change everything for you completely. Okay, now if you see that we also have the snake with three heads, which is considered to be very lucky, okay, in terms of mystical sciences, because uh, in real life I have kind of seen videos on YouTube where you can find a snake with five heads or with three heads. They're very scary to look at, but then you can go ahead and give it a try. However, in case if one is found or if it comes up in a reading, it is considered to be the most intelligent, that person or that group is considered to be the most intelligent, okay, because of these three snakes. They come with a lot of divine grace, they come with immense blessings from the universe, and they are very unique in nature, right? So they can talk a lot about the chakra system. Now if you look at this card very carefully, let me zoom in a little bit. If you see that we do have an eye, we do have the third eye. I think these are three different eyes, okay, connecting from your physical eyes to your third eyes to your crown chakra, right? So these are the three elements that we see over here, and it is surrounded by the three-headed snake. Okay, one body, but then we have three spirits over here. So you will have to see that, okay, what are these three spirits that you have? What is it that connects you to these three spirits? All right, so for pile number three, this is what we are picking up for you, is that healing, becoming a healer, this can definitely be one of your professions going forward in the next coming years. Okay, so let's look up your tarot and see what do we have in your tarot. Alright. We have the first card, two, three, and then let's just pick up one more. Can I feel this card? Alright, and bottom of the deck we do have the Six of Cups, we do have the Emperor, and we do have the Hermit. Alright. We have the first card, which is the Page of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles, the King of Wands, and we have the Death. Alright. So for pile number three, it's a very interesting energy over here that we have. The Ten of Pentacles is talking about you getting everything that you need in this lifetime. So this is for very, very specific people, okay? This is not going to be for everyone. So please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. So if you guys are somebody who has really never accepted the society, the societal norms, the way it operates, the titles that we live by, and how we are forced to do certain things to achieve certain things in life, irrespective of, it's not really needed, it's not really required, right? But you people, for this group very specifically, the energy over here says that you have the ability in you to change, your lineage. Okay, so if you come from a lineage of people who have very, I'm not going to say poor, but then who have been struggling to make ends meet and who have never really broken that chain of cycle, right? So you are somebody who can do that. Okay, so you are definitely someone who is very divinely guided to be in touch, with the creator, or with the other side, with the spiritual side of life. Okay, or the spiritual world. So you can, this is what I'm kind of seeing, that this is the pattern that you are going to break, because this is going to be very important, right? This is the truth and this is reality. Somewhere I'm also feeling that in the long run you are going to teach this to your own family members and to your generations to come as well, right? So if you, let's say for example, if you're in your 40s or if you're in your 50s, and if you have parents, or siblings or whatever it is, then you are going to go back and you're going to teach them about these things. You're going to make sure that they learn about these things. They're going to understand about the other side of life as well. Now there could be someone in your family who could have been involved in this kind of into the healing business, right? But not very deeply, but there can definitely be someone. However, you would have inherited this ability from one of your forefathers, from someone in your lineage that is gifted you with this, right? And this is what is going to get you everything that you need in life for pile number three, right? Starting with the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is an energy of a very young person, but somebody who is very highly intuitive, somebody who can balance being in the water and being on land as well. Okay, being very intuitive, being very powerful. And I also am seeing that you carry, like, your lineage can possibly could have carried a lineage, that there is this chain of trauma, right? Now this could be emotional and mental traumas both. So this is something that you're going to heal in this lifetime, and this is what is going to bring you to a completion of your life, because you're going to kind of break that pattern, you're going to break that cycle, and you're going to tell, right, you're going to tell everyone like, hey, listen, this is what you could have done, but because you didn't do it, that is why you had to come here and you had to redo everything. So this is some kind of a pattern that, in case if you look at your life very carefully, you can notice that there is some kind of a very resonating pattern between you and your family members, or maybe your mothers or grandmothers or something like that. Okay, and this is the pattern that you're going to break over here. Very importantly, now, because we also have the death and the king of wands, these are going to be the most important cards for you, because the king of wands, if you look at the king and the death, right, the skeleton, they both are kings in their own ways. Okay, let's take a closer look. They both are kings in their own ways, right? They are not separate from each other. The only difference is the king of wands, his time is limited because he rules on the land, and the death card, he rules in the mystical side. So you can't escape both. You need to have the best of, you need to learn both the sides. You need to be on the land, and once while you're on the land, you will also need to learn about the death. So if you see the king that we have over here, it is transformed to the king that we have in the death card, which means even this position, um this title that we have over here with the wands is not really permanent. Okay, it's just a learning process. You have to learn. You will have to eventually, you know take out your crown, you will have to give it to someone else, and then you will have to move on to the death energy eventually. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and pick up more tarot for you and see what we have. All right, so for my pile number 3, what do we have? Okay, I'm kind of feeling it somewhere here. So we have 1. Kind of feel this too. Okay, bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and we have the Hierophant. Nine of Swords, the Ace of Swords. Okay, so let's see what we have over here. Okay, Six of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords, and we have the Lovers. Praying for something, asking for something. So over here, whatever your prayers are, whatever it is that you have asked in prayers, you are going to get it. Pile number 3. Okay, that's what we are seeing in the Page of Pentacles. Now over here, the energy is so, it is so subtle, it is so beautiful over here, because you may or you may not realize this, but you are going to see and experience this shift in energy. Okay, what it's basically saying is that you don't even realize it, but whatever is happening is actually happening, it's working in your favor. Okay, so I kind of sense that there is, you are going to feel this detachment from your mind, like from your thoughts, right? Your mind and thoughts, you're going to, it will be easy for you in the coming time to recognize that you are not your thoughts. You can have so much of thoughts, but then your mind, you still have to work on your mind, but not really your thoughts. Okay, I see you kind of somewhere evolving mentally, so you are into a process of evolution, you are evolving. Okay, now for some of you over here, the minute you evolve, it's going to very beautifully and drastically change a lot of things for you. Okay, this is also talking about a process of enlightenment of some kind. Enlightenment can be in a lot of different forms. Okay, but you don't know when and how enlightenment comes to you. But the Page of Pentacles, that is what it is reflecting to. It's reflecting to evolution as of right now. So whatever it is that has been there in your life, you are going to evolve out of it, and you are it's going to play very beautifully in your life. And we'll pick up the other deck to confirm. All right, but at the same time over here, you may feel very restless. You may feel with the Four of Swords over here. It also talks about mental, right? So we do have the Swords energy over here, okay, with the Pentacles. So whatever it is that needs to happen, you have to understand it also happens when you are sleeping, right? That's why we have dreams. That's when we feel recharged, we feel refreshed, we feel like, we have gone to heaven, we meet um our loved ones, and then we come back. So those kind of things, right? So with the Page of Pentacles and with the Four of Swords, this is a energy which you will have to pay a lot of attention to. So try to get more sleep, try to get more rest, and surround yourself with flowers, with plants. If you have to decorate your home for some time by buying plants or whatever it is, then please do that, because it's going to bring you a lot of healing, and you're going to feel very stress free. Because see, for the next few weeks or for the next few days, you are going to feel very heavy on your head, okay? So you're going to feel like, hey, this is some kind of a burden that I'm feeling, or there is this kind of a sensation that you are going to feel. So you will need an environment which is going to bring you that positivity. So the best way to do it is to surround your house with plants, with flowers, and all of that stuff. So when you sit with them, when you talk to them, when you release all this negative emotions or whatever is in your mind, you can have a good night's sleep. Okay. So for this group, for pile number 3 over here, it's a very very beautiful energy, because we also do have the Lovers over here. So the Lovers particularly in this reading doesn't mean that you are going to meet a lover or something like that, because that is not in the energy right now. But you will, in case if that is something that you want, if that is something you're willing to do, like make efforts, and if you really want someone, you can manifest it, because you do have a manifestation energy available or present in your reading. Okay, so you're going to feel like you're going to second chance at life. You're going to feel rejuvenated. You're not going to feel like life has continued the way it is and it's just moving on. No, you're going to feel the restart. You're going to feel the kick. You're going to feel that, hey, this is the second time I'm living, right, in one body, in the same life, but you're living it twice. Okay, so this is the energy I'm picking up for you. Let's go and pick up your other oracle deck and see the messages. Alright, so for my file number 3, okay, so I'm kind of picking up, so we have 1. Let's see how many cards come up, okay, because I'm not going to keep a number. Alright, bottom of the deck we do have the Taurus, we have 8th house, which is transformation and mystery, we have Gemini, and we have first house, self and identity. We have Venus, love and beauty. We have Aries, the combative. We have Chiron, inner healing. We have Leo, the extrovert. We have Scorpio, the mystique. Uh-huh. And we have Uranus, change and new beginnings. Okay, I'm loving this reading so much right now for pile number 3. Okay, so I think the cards, they say it all. So yes, we do have a very beautiful energy over here, but again the energy of the healer, okay, that is very very evident, and that is very important for this pile, for this You're going to work very hard towards whatever it is that you want to achieve in this lifetime, pile number 3. Okay, you're definitely going to work towards it. And somewhere I kind of also feel that you are somebody. Now when we look at the Venus and Aries, right, it's kind of a very contradictory, but you know, the beauty in you is going to come from your work, it's going to come from your thoughts, it's going to come from how you put energy out in the world. Okay, so you got to be very careful of a few things, that because at the bottom of the deck as well over here, I think we did have the Taurus over here as well, right? So being communicative, we did have the Taurus, the bull energy over here. Now all of these things are indicating towards you having a very beautiful nature. Okay, it could be physically, it could be soul level, it could be any level, right? And you have gone through, or you will be going through so much of healing, and you will be healing other people as well. Okay, I know I'm taking the literal meaning of the card, but that is what the energy is. It's not only about what um, the MasterCard is about, right? Now, at the same time over here, you are going to be, very competitive with your other, with other people, right? With other competitors. You may go into maybe seminars or webinars, and you may, you may have a different ideology about things, about how you should approach life and things like that, right? So this is with this spread, or with this card, what I see is that learning is going to be very, very important over here. Okay, spreading love is going to be very important, seeing everything from a perspective of love, right? You becoming love itself to something, to somebody, to some knowledge, whatever it is. That is what is going to expand your creative side, and this is where all your blessings are kind of hidden. Now somewhere you're coming to the main points of this reading for pile number 3. You're going to have the energy of Mars, you're going to have the energy of Jupiter, and the energy of Scorpio is very, very important over here. Okay, because there is no, I don't kind of see a way where you can turn back now, so you will have to go forward, and you will have to do everything that it takes to get into this kind of field, because this is, I'm not really sure if the right word is, if this is your calling, but this is what you are meant to do. This is all that you will know for the rest of your life. And this is what is going to do everything for you. Okay. Alright. So group number 3, this was your reading. I hope you did enjoy and resonate with it. And I'll see you in my next video.